Do you want to fail your MOT that you've got coming up? Of course you don't. Why would you? Well, if you want to avoid doing that, you need to check this very crucial part of your car to prevent failing an MOT. Something that apparently 1 in 10 motorists never check. Let's have a look at what that is, guys, and how you can actually prevent this very simple failure that can avoid a lot of hassle if it is adjusted to being correct. Full article on themotoringchronicle.com, as always. New research from eBay, one of the UK's leading online marketplaces for car parts and accessories, has found that 1 in 10 motorists never check their wiper blades for faults or damage, despite them being a common factor in failed MOTs. A fifth, 23% of participants in the study, only check the condition of the wiper blades when they have an MOT or service on their vehicle, while almost half of people, 43%, change their wiper blades when their annual car check is due. While they may not be considered a particularly important part to replace for many car owners, eBay's data reveals that 1 in 5, 20% of UK drivers were not even aware that a faulty wiper blade could result in an MOT failure. Gen Z, the 18 to 24-year-old drivers, were the biggest culprits of this, with nearly 45% of respondents in this age range unaware that wiper blades were examined as part of an MOT. These kids, they don't know they're born, honestly. What's going on? In comparison, just 12% of over 65s made this mistake. Gen Z drivers were also the least confident when it comes to spotting the signs of a damaged wiper blade. eBay's research explored the knowledge of UK motorists, revealing that 3 in 10, 31% of people could not confidently say they know how to change a wiper blade, with 42% of motorists admitting that they would not feel confident enough to attempt to change their own wiper blades. I mean, it's not exactly changing the oil or something like that, is it? I mean, each to their own. I'm someone who did engineering as a degree, so maybe I'm a bit more confident with stuff like this. But even if I wasn't, I'd just look up how to do it. When it comes to a lot of this stuff, just go on YouTube, go and look up a video tutorial. That's what I normally do. Some people prefer to read. Some people call their dad. Everybody's got their own way of doing it. Yeah, I absolutely can. So for those that are watching from outside the UK, because we know we've got an international audience on here, I've spoke about the MOT quite a bit. It's basically the fit and proper test for your car, just to make sure that it's running correctly and that everything's working. And yes, you have to have it every single year. If you don't, your car fails or it just runs out, then your car is no longer roadworthy. And yes, you can actually fail it from having a wiper blade that is not working. Why is that? Well, it's England and it rains a lot here. So, and that goes for the rest of the UK as a whole, actually, as well. Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland are not exactly renowned for being dry deserts here in this part of the world. But yeah, you actually can. And people might think, oh, that's ridiculous. How can they do that? That's insane. Well, again, it rains a lot here. So, if your wiper blades aren't working correctly, if they're not getting rid of the water, that could become a visual impairment. And when it's a really heavy rainstorm, yeah, if it's just drizzling, it's not so bad. But if it's really raining heavily in a storm or something like that, oh, God forbid if it's snowing or something, or hailing or whatever, you could be in a world of trouble quite easily. So, I do understand it. And I'm sure there's going to be some people on here like, oh my God, how can you say that? How can you stick up for the MOT people? They're just trying to run it. No, they're not. They're trying to keep you safe. Simple as that. You're trying to make sure that your car is actually safe to drive. I know, controversial issue, but in my opinion, cars should be safe to drive before taking them on the road. I know, I'm a radical. You can't predict me when it comes to stuff like that. But believe it or not, I think road safety is quite important. Just saying. So yeah, let us know in the comments below, guys. Have you ever changed a wiper blade on your car? Did you know that you could fail your because of it if it's faulty? Your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always to see much more content like this on the world of cars. And yeah, have a great weekend ahead, guys. Have a great evening and see you very soon.